Alright, so the Vanguard integration to Warzone has finally happened, and there are a lot of good weapons right now you guys need to be using, but in today's video I'm going to be focusing on the top 10. If you enjoy this type of content and you guys want to watch more of it, please do hit that sub button and turn those notifications on because we're so close to 70k, and also if you enjoy, please do drop a like, it really does help me out. The first weapon in this video is going to be the combat shotgun. You probably have already died by this thing a load of times, I know I have, and it's crazy right now. So you want to use the muzzle, and then you want to use the barrel for increased pellet spread and also damage. Then you want to use this underbarrel for the increased sprint to fire speed, which is very important on shotguns. 10 round mag, and then you guys are going to want to use the packed power ammo type for increased damage. Use this sight for increased accuracy. You don't actually have to use an aim down sight with it. You obviously are going to be hip firing, but it does actually increase the accuracy. Next up we have the fabric rear grip, which is going to increase the mobility factors, which is very important. And then we have the stock, which is also going to increase the sprint to fire time and the movement speed. Vital and fully loaded are the final attachments, and that is the best loadout for the shotgun. The next weapon we're going to be talking about in this video is the Automaton. This is one of the lowest recoil assault rifles in the game, and it honestly is just a laser beam. So what you guys are going to want to use is the F8 stabilizer for increased accuracy and damage range, or you can use the Mercury silencer if you like your weapon to be suppressed, and you'll also have increased recoil control. The sniper barrel, this is going to increase bullet velocity, range and accuracy, so it's definitely a must use. And then you want the first underbarrel, which is going to increase the recoil control, and you want to make it as accurate as possible. 75 round drum, which is quite a lot of bullets for an assault rifle to be fair. And then you guys are going to want to use the subsonic ammunition. This is going to take you off the minimap whenever you shoot. You want to then use the pine tar grip, which is going to increase your recoil control, and then you want to use the 2.5 times sight. This is basically the new 3 times optic. And then you want to use the first stock, which is going to increase your recoil and ADS. And then we have sleight of hand, or we do have 75 bullets in this magazine, so you can use tight grip instead for more recoil control. And then we have fully loaded. Next up we have the PPSH, which is definitely one of the best SMGs right now. I've seen so many people on Twitter talking about this gun. Tried it out myself and it is so good. So you want to use the silencer, then you want to use this barrel right here, which increases the recoil control and also the fire rate, so this thing has a very quick time to kill. The next attachment is the first underbarrel that you unlock, which is going to increase your accuracy. And then we have the 71 round mag, but make sure you're using the second one and not the first one, because the first one decreases your damage. For the ammo type, use the final one. I haven't unlocked it yet, but it's called lengthened and it increases your range. And then the fabric rear grip, which is going to increase your mobility factors. This is a must need attachment to increase all of your ADS and stuff like that. You can then put an optic on if you want to, but I personally don't use an optic. And then you want this stock for increased mobility, tight grip, and then fully loaded as the final attachments. Next up we have the STG. You guys probably already knew this was going to be in the meta because it's really good in Vanguard, and now it's also really good in Warzone. The Mercury silencer is the first attachment you want to use for the sound suppression and also recoil control, and then you want to go ahead and put on this barrel right here. This is going to increase the damage range and also the recoil control, and then you want to stick on this underbarrel, which is also going to increase the accuracy. Stick on the 45 round drum, which is a pretty decent amount of bullets, and then the lengthened ammo type for increased bullet velocity. Once again, we're going to be using the fabric rear grip because this increases the ADS time, sprint fire time, which is very important in Warzone. Then we have the 2.5 times optic once again, which is basically the new 3 times scope. We have the precision stock, which is going to increase the recoil control. Then we have vital, which increases the damage. And then once again, we have fully loaded for more ammo. The next weapon I'm going to be talking about is the MG41. This is also one of the lowest recoil assault rifles in the game, and it also has a lot of damage. So you're going to want to use the Mercury silencer, which increases the sound suppression and recoil control. Then you want to use this barrel, which increases the accuracy. You then want to use this underbarrel for increased accuracy. It is an assault rifle, so you want to make it as accurate as possible. For the magazine, you don't need to put any magazine on because they all have a lot of cons to them, such as decreased damage, so there's not really any point. For the ammo type, use the final one. I haven't unlocked it, but it's called Lengthened, and like I said before, it increases your range. Then you want this sight on, once again, fabric rear grip, once again, for the increased ADS time, sprint to fire time, and all of that good stuff. And then the next attachment you guys are going to want to use is this stock, which is going to increase your accuracy and recoil whenever the enemies are shooting at you. And then brace for more recoil control, and then once again fully loaded so you guys have maximum starting ammo. The next gun is the MG42. This is an LMG, and this weapon is ridiculous. It's got pretty much no recoil, very good fire rate, very good time to kill, and all around it is a very good weapon. And 100% I guarantee you, in a couple of weeks time, once people find out about this weapon, it's going to be used by literally so many people. It's got really good mobility for an assault rifle, LMG as well. So even though it's an LMG, the mobility is still very high. Once you guys unlock it, by the way, make sure you do use the 250 round drum, but if you don't have the 250 round drum, don't use any other magazine, just go ahead and use the default magazine. So once again, just use the default magazine, and then once you unlock it, stick on the 251, which is a crazy amount of bullets. All the other attachments were just in the background. I'm not really going to go into too much detail with every single class and every single attachment, because a lot of them are, repeated attachments which do the same on different weapons, such as this one, the MP40. You're going to want to use the silencer, of course, and then you want to use this barrel, which is going to increase the mobility stats. The next attachment, just like some of the other classes previously in this video, we have the pistol grip, which once again increases the sprint to fire time, which is very important. 64 round drum, which is quite a lot of bullets for an SMG. Lengthened ammo type, you can use an optic if you want to, but I personally like the iron sight, so I personally don't use an optic. Then we have the fabric rear grip, which increases the mobility. We have this stock, which increases the ADS time and also the accuracy. And then we have momentum, and then we have fully loaded once again. The next weapon we're going to be talking about is the bar. This is literally like a 3-shot kill. It is ridiculous. It's one of the most OP weapons right now, and these are the attachments you want to use. Recoil booster, this is a different attachment. We haven't seen this on other weapons. I haven't stuck it on any other weapon, but it increases the fire rate, and on this weapon, it's got incredibly high damage. So if you can get those powerful shots out as fast as possible, the time to kill is insanely high. You then want to use this barrel for the increased accuracy, this pistol grip for increased sprint to fire time because this weapon's mobility is a little bit low, and then you want to use the final magazine, which is going to increase the damage by quite a lot. The next attachment you want to use is the subsonic ammo type. This is going to take you off the minimap whenever you shoot. In this game, you can either use subsonic ammo type or you can use a suppressor, and if you use any of those, then your red dot will disappear whenever you shoot on the minimap. So on this weapon, we don't have a silencer on, so instead we're going to be using the subsonic ammo type instead to take my bullets off the map. We then have the pine tar rear grip, which increases the accuracy, the chariot stock, which also increases the accuracy because there is a fair bit of recoil on this weapon. It's kind of like the Odin, high damage, high recoil, but if you use this class, you're going to be frying. Next up, we have the Thompson, which is the M1928 in this game, or some people call it the Thompson. It's up to you, whatever. These are the attachments you're going to want to use. We've got the silencer once again. We then have this barrel for increased accuracy, which is going to be very important because this weapon does have a pretty decent amount of recoil. Then you want to use this underbarrel, which once again is going to increase the accuracy, so that's really important. And then the next attachment is the magazine, which is going to be the 100 round drums magazine. Make sure it is this one. There are two, and one of them decrease the damage, so make sure you're using that one, which doesn't decrease the damage. Next up, we have the fabric rear grip, which is going to increase the ADS time and all of those other mobility statistics. And then we have the stock, which is also going to increase the mobility statistics. You don't have to use a sight on this weapon, it's up to you. I personally like using the iron sights, but you can use a sight if you want to. Then we have frenzy, and then once again, fully loaded. We basically have fully loaded on pretty much every single gun because it gives you max starting ammo, which is really good. Next up, we have the VOLK, the Volksturm Gewehr, if you want the full name, And this is actually an SMG build. This is an assault rifle, but you want to use it as an SMG. So basically all of these attachments on this weapon basically increase the accuracy and the mobility. You want to make this into an SMG kind of build because it does have very good mobility for an assault rifle. So pretty much in every single like COD, there's always that one assault rifle that's really good if you turn it into an SMG instead. For the ammo type, once again, I haven't unlocked it yet because it's one of the final unlocks, but you want to use the lengthened ammo type, so it increases the range, which is really nice. Then on this one, I do actually like to use a sight because the iron sights aren't really that good. And then we have the fabric rear grip for the increased ADS, we have the stock for the increased mobility, we have fully loaded, and then we have perfectionist as the perk. That is it. This video was pretty hard to record because there's so many damn attachments, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.